Chapter 27. See you soon. Hello, Alex. Yeah, it's me. It's the new year and I'm still standing. Well, sitting at any rate. I know it's gone, but Merry Christmas and a very happy new year. And it will be a happy new year. Do you know why? Because the new year will bring you. It's been a while since I've had the camcorder on to talk to you. A lot has happened. First and worst, Nan died a few weeks ago. I'm sorry to say it bluntly like that, but there's no other way to say it really, is there? Nan died in her sleep. Even now I wonder if she knew something was going to happen. I keep replaying in my head all the things she said just before she died. I can't get over the feeling that it was as if she was saying goodbye. Is that silly? It probably is, but I've had a lot of time to think about it since. I shall miss her desperately. I've never had anyone close to me die before. For a long while I thought I'd never get over it. It doesn't mean I'm over it now, because I'm not. Even now it sort of makes me choke up. Nan was so full of life. I guess I'd convinced myself that everyone close to me was going to live on forever. Mum and Dad tried to tell me that Nan had a good innings and it was just her time. That doesn't really help. Didn't expect it to hurt inside quite so much. But it is getting better. I never thought that would happen either. It's funny the way things work out, isn't it? My first transplant didn't take, so I had to decide whether or not I was going to have another one, a second transplant. Another pig's heart. To be honest, I wasn't going to. But a couple of days after Nan's death, I decided that I would. I would be a glutton for punishment. The papers had a field day. Poor Dr. Bryce had been called a butch and there had been calls for him to be struck off and struck down and struck out and all sorts. I'm not supposed to know that, but one of the nurses told me. You see, his second pig heart patient died. I didn't know her. I don't know her name. All I know is that she was an artist and she was married with a son. I wonder how they're feeling now. No, I don't mean that. I know how they're feeling now, but I wonder if they still feel it was worth it. I guess they do. When you get right down to it, it's simple really. A chance of life against, well, no chance at all. And although I didn't know her, I must admit that when I heard it, it did upset me. I wonder what Trudy and the second pig, I think his name was Paul, would have made of all this. But then again, they're probably laughing themselves stupid. But then again, they're probably not. Spite and spite and vindictiveness like this is more of a human thing than a pig thing. Unless pigs really do think like the ones in Orwell's Animal Farm. I think I prefer the pigs that Dick King-Smith writes about, to be honest. So why did I change my mind about the transplant? It had a lot to do with what Nan said to me on the last day, but I think it was mostly her dying. That sounds terrible, doesn't it? What I mean is, well, Nan's death made me realise that I was giving up too easily. I still have too many things to do and too many places to see and too many people to meet before I let go. I decided to have the operation for Mum and Dad and Nan, but mostly for myself. But I'm not doing so well this time round. It's taken me a long time to get my strength back, and I still get tired very easily. They only let me record this message because I promised to keep it short. I'm hoping to be around when you're born. I reckon that's doable. If I'm not around, it won't be for want of trying. But whatever happens, Alex, just remember that I love you. I did from the time I knew about you. You might hear things about me, things about this second operation and what happened before it and why I did it and such like. Things that might upset you. So I'm going to tell you exactly what happened. The papers are saying I tried to commit suicide by drowning myself in a local swimming pool. That's absolute rubbish. I didn't try to commit suicide. I wanted to touch the bottom of the pool and then I couldn't get back up to the surface. It's as simple as that. Some of the papers are trying to make out that I became so disgusted with the idea of having a pig's heart in my body that I wanted to bow out. But journalists will write any load of twaddle to try and sell their newspapers. So if someone tries to tell you what's happened, you tell them to go and play with traffic or something. Mum and Dad are outside waiting for me to finish. They're doing a lot better now. They're a lot calmer and they're always kissing and cuddling. I think you did that, but I like to think that I had something to do with it as well. Perhaps by watching me they remembered how important, how precious every moment of every day is. Do you think I'm just full of myself? I probably am, but why not? If you don't like me, then who else will? I fancied Julie, but she went off me after my operation. She said I wasn't the same because my heart had changed. That upset me for a while. I think that played a big part in that pool business. I wanted to show her and Mum and Dad, and mostly myself, that I could do it. That not only was I the same, but I was better, not worse. There's a lot of nonsense about me and Mum and Dad floating around at the moment. If you want to know the truth, just ask one of us. I promise you'll do that. I Can't wait to see you. I wish you were going to be born tomorrow. But then again, maybe I don't. You're the next challenge I set myself. I know that doesn't make much sense to you, and it doesn't have to. Just know that I'm determined to hold on, so it holds you as soon as you're born. That's my new challenge, and I like this one. It's a lot less strenuous than touching the bottom of my local swimming pool, but a lot more work, and much more uncertain. Still, it wouldn't be much of a challenge if it was easy, would it? When you're born in April, I'm going to hold you tight and say, "Welcome to the world, Alex. I'm your big brother, Cameron Joshua Kelsey. And I hope one day you'll be as proud of me as I am of you. I'll see you soon, Alex." This is Cameron Joshua Kelsey, signing off.